Okay, so let's do some basic calculations involving percents. Okay, um, first of all, these ones I need you to know just by heart. 25% is a quarter, 50% is half, 75% is three quarters, right? Which is so this is 0.25, this is zero point 0.5, and this is 0.75. So know these interconversions. Decimal percent fraction. Anyway, the first question we have here is 30%. 30% of 80 is what? So whenever you get these questions, ask yourself, what have you been asked to calculate? Is it a percentage or is it a number? So compare that question to what percent of 80 is 32? So look at the first question. 30% of 80 is what? Second, what percent of 80 is 32? So you ask yourself, here you've been asked to calculate percent. Okay, here you calculate a number. Okay, so here I'm also teaching you how to organize your work. So always rewrite the question. Right, so for the first method here, we have 30%. 30% means over 100. So 30 over 100 of means multiply. So 30 of 80. Of, we use this dot. 80 is 80 over 1. So look at this here. In all these exercises, the first position is percent, which is the rate, of, which is the amount, or the base, right? Call it the base. And then is goes over here. Okay, so now you look at the question. So it's 30% off. So you write it 30 over 100 times 80 over 1. 30 over 100 times 80 over 1. Mark out your zeros first. 1 0 here, 1 0 here, 1 there, 1 there. What are you left with? 3 times 8 over 1 times 1. Over 1 times 1. So the answer is 24. Got it? The second method is 30%. You can say it's 30 over 100, which is zero point 0.3. So it's 0.3 off means 0.3 times 80. And how do you multiply a decimal by a whole number? Just forget about the decimal. So it's 3 times 80, which is 240. And after that, you count the number of decimal places. You have only one decimal place. So it's 240. You bring the decimal place back. It will be 24. So that's your answer. So either case. Okay. Third method is, okay, it's just similar to the first one, but make this table here. On the left, percent. On the right is amount. So 30% is 30 over 100. Okay. The of the number, okay, the number that comes after the of goes, see the amount section here, the amount that goes at the bottom. Okay, so 30%, the of the 80 goes, 80 is the denominator here. And the one we don't know is x. X is your variable, not a multiplication sign, it's a variable. So you do this table, you write your equation, okay, you cross multiply, you remember, cross multiply. So the one containing your variable, this right here, 100 times x, you write on the left, 100x equals 30 times 80. And to find your variable, we divide by the coefficient of 100, x equals the same thing. Okay, so here, what have we been asked to do? What percent of 80 is 32? So you write it. What did I say? Percent goes over here to the left of amount is the right. Again, so we have this table to fill. Fill it and see what have you been asked to calculate? Percent. Okay, so the percent is x over 100. This x is the variable x, not multiplication sign. So you write, you may ask to calculate percent, so it is x over 100 times 80 equals 32. Let's write 32 as 32 over 1. All right, so this here means 80 times x. See, x times 80 is written 80x. Again, this is x the variable, not multiplication sign. So we have 80x over 100 equals 32 over 1. What do you do again? You cross multiply, do the branch that contains your variable first. 80x times 1 is equal to 32 times 100. Calculate. X is 40. Your answer is 40% of 80 is 32. Okay, method 2, you do the table. Okay, percent amount. Okay, what have you been asked to calculate? Percent. You write it here. X 100 equals 32. The number that comes after the off is your denominator over here. Calculate, you get 80. Okay, number 3. 48 is what percent of 80? What have you been asked to calculate? Percent. Okay, and so you follow it, right? I'll send you this worksheet. Calculate it. What did you get? Method 1. Method 1. Okay, this percent goes here, right? 48 is what goes here. So you say x over 100 times 80 is the is off is here, the is goes over here. Calculate it. Method 2. See the percent position right here. Percent on the left. What have you been asked to calculate? What you don't know is the percent side. So you write x 100 equals 40 over 80. What goes here, the denominator, is the number that comes after the cross multiply. Did you get 21? So you say 30%. So what did we get here? Okay, send me your answer for this one. Then the question, 30% of what number is 21? What have you been asked to calculate? You have a percent. You want a number. 30% of, write this. That's your variable that you don't know. Plug it in. Calculate it. Say 30% of 70 is 21. With me, if you do the table, left side is percent, right side is amount. 30%, 30 over 100, okay, of what number? Of what is missing? The of is a denominator. Of what number? Of goes to the denominator. So 21 over x. We need to know that denominator. Another equation, cross multiply, and then we say 30% of 70, 20. Got it? Okay. Pause it, rewind it, redo the exercise, make sure you get the same number, and then log in Excel, do this exercise. Keep on practicing. Practice makes perfect. And if you keep practicing all things being equal, what happens? You shall. Have a good day.